छन् र बाँकी कहाँ सबै छन् जाति यहाँ कोही छन् र बाँकी कहाँ सबै छन् जाति यहाँ गरेका मिली सबै
गुराँस पनि फुल्छ यहाँ
एउटै हो सबको रहर बनाऊ यो हाम्रो सहर
एउटै हो सबको रहर बनाऊ यो हाम्रो सहर हाम्रो विराटनगर।
Dear students, today I am taking your class 7. The topic of the class is simple present tense. Now, dear students, generally we have three types of tenses: present, past and future. Among these three tenses, today we are talking about present, but in present tense we are talking the simple present tense here. Okay, let's start our class. We use simple present tense for routine and habits. That is, the first one, we use simple present tense for routines and habits. You have to clear. We are using simple present tense while our routines and habits are go on regular. If we have any routines in the same time or same period, if we have a regular habit, we use simple present tense in this situation. For example, I play cricket on the weekends. For example, I play weekends. I play cricket on the weekend. Weekend. See here. It is my routine. Means it is the routine. I play cricket on the weekend. In a week, one times I usually play the cricket. The second one, I goes every morning. Sorry, she goes every morning at 7 a.m. Let's see. She goes every morning at 7. It means it is the habit. It is her habit. So, we use here simple present tense is she goes every morning at 7. The time is 7. It is the habit to go every day. It is the habit to her. Now, next one. There is the next one is we use simple present tense for facts and truths. Second, you have to copy it. Facts and truths. Facts and truths. Let's know, if the object is facts, or if it is going to be source, it's going to show the truth. In this situation, we use simple present tense. For example, water boils at 100 degree. For example, water boils at 100 degree. Now see here, it is the facts, scientific facts. Water boils at 100 degree Celsius. In this situation, we use simple present tense. Second one, Istanbul is the capital city of Turkey. Istanbul is the capital city of Turkey. Let's see. It is the truth. Istanbul is the capital city of Turkey. So we use here simple present tense because Istanbul is capital city of Turkey. It is the truth. So we use here simple present tense. The third one. Let's know the third one, dear students. The third one is for scheduled events. For scheduled events. Let's see here. If there is a fixed schedule, fixed events, scheduled events, in this situation we are talking or we are using the simple present tense. For example, the boss leaves at 8 a.m. It is the schedule. For example, the boss leaves at 8 a.m. It is the schedule of boss leave. So we are using simple present tense in this situation. The boss leaves at 8 a.m. It is the fixed schedule. The English class begins at 11 a.m. The English class at now 11:30 a.m. It is also the schedule of Makalu television. So we use here simple present tense. Second example shows that the English class begins at 11:30 a.m. It is the schedule of Makalu television. Then we are using here simple present tense. Let's go to the another slide, dear students. Now, how to conjugate the sentence? How to conjugate the sentence? Subjects can be pronouns or nouns. Subjects can be either pronouns or nouns. The structure of how to conjugate the sentence is first subject, second Bob, and complement. It is the structure of conjugate the sentences. Subject, Bob, and complement. Now, how to conjugate the sentence? In the same formation, we are conjugating the sentences in simple present tense. Either the subject can be pronoun or nouns. But should be clear that first and second person we use bare verb, and first and second persons we use bare verb. We have three persons in English grammar: first person, second person, and third person. Among these persons, only the first and second person we use bare verb. For example, only we use the complement here. I walk. Listen carefully. I walk. I is the subject. We don't have a verb here. Only the complement is given here, walk. So it is called the bare verb. B-A-R-E, bare verb. I walk. Excuse me. Then you walk. They walk. Maybe you are here. We conjugate the sentence in first and second person without using verb, only subject and complement. That is only related to the first and second person. Such as I walk, you walk, and they walk. Now let's talk to the third person. First and second person, only we conjugate the sentences by not using the verb, only keeping the subject and complement, but slightly difference to the third person. We use s or we added s or es to the verb. For example, he walks, she walks, and it walks. Now let's see. I walk. It's not using the s here after walk, because only the first and second person we are not using s, but only the third person we use s after verb. He walks, she walks, it walks. Now let's go to the another slide. Dear students, you have to remember the spelling of the verb in third person, because it is different depending on the ending of that verb. Spelling of the verb, you have to remember that one. The verbs which are end in O, CH, SS, X or J. The verb which are ending with O, SS, CH, X or J. If the verbs are ending with these words, we are adding es by omitting after the word. Now listen here. if the verb words are ending with O, SS, CH, X or J, we add ES for making the verb 5 in the word. For example, go. Go is ending with O. Go word is ending with O. So, we add ES to make the verb 5 in simple present tense, GOES. After O, we add ES. Second, catch. CATCH, catch. Catch is a word. It is verb. Catch end with CH. The last two words, letters are CH. So, when we make verb 5 for catch, we add ES to the end of CH, catches. Was, SH. The last word is SH here. Then, while we are making verb 5, we add ES to the word of was, WASH, was plus ES, was. Fix, FIXES, adding ES here. Kiss, KISS, we are adding ES to the kiss and making verb 5 here. Quiz, 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 we are adding ZES here, QUIZZES, quizzes. It is a simple information about how to we use simple present tense. But you have to remember in third person, if the verbs in Y and the letter before the Y is vowel, you add only S. There is stress. Again, clear that if the verbs ends in Y, if the verbs ends in Y and the letter before the Y is a vowel, vowel are A, E, I, O, U. These are the vowel letter. You added only S. Example, PLAY. Before Y, there is a letter A. Then we add S after Y to make the verb 5. Okay. Second one, enjoy. ENJOY. Before Y, there is O. O is a vowel here. Then we add S after Y. Now, let's go to the another information. If the verbs in Y and the letter before the Y is consonant letter beside A, E, I, O, U, you change Y into IES. For example, STUDY, study. Before Y, there is a consonant letter D. So, we omit Y and add IES on the place of the Y to make verb 5 in study. Fly, FLY. Before Y, there is a consonant letter L. So, we omit Y and add IES on the place of the Y and make verb 5. Cry, CRY. Before Y, there is a consonant letter R. So, we omit the Y and use IES, add IES to the excuse me, to the verb of verb 5. Now, how to form a sentence? There is stress. You have to clear how to form a sentence in simple present tense. Especially there are three forms of sentences. The first one positive, second one negative, and third one is interrogative sentences, then how do we form this one? First of all, affirmative or positive sentence. Okay, for example, I like cheese. I like cheese. It is the positive sentence of simple present tense. You like cheese. But it is also the positive sentence of affirmative sentence of simple present tense. They like cheese. And he likes cheese. She likes cheese. And it likes cheese. These are the affirmative sentences or positive sentences in simple present tense. Now, let's talk to the negative sentences. Do not. The subtracted form of do not is be don't, D-O-N''T, don't. You have to see in a slide. Does not. The subtracted form of does not is doesn't, D-O-E-S-N''T. For example, I do not like cheese. He doesn't like cheese. They don't like cheese. She does not like cheese. And it doesn't like cheese. These are the examples of negative sentences in simple present tense. Now, let's talk to the interrogative sentences in simple present tense. Okay. Interrogative sentences are formed by using do or does for making interrogation. For example, do I like cheese? Do you like cheese? In a response, you might be saying, yes, I do, or I don't. Do we like cheese? Does he like cheese? Yes, he does, or no, he doesn't. The response will come here. Does he like cheese? And does it like cheese? It is the example of simple present tense in interrogative sentence. Now, dear students, at last I am saying you have to write in your notebook the structure of simple present tense. First of all, subject plus verb 1 or verb 5 according to the noun or pronoun which one is using as a subject. I have already taught you verb 1 or verb 5 plus object, then plus complement you have to say here. Yes, now thank you very much my students. Today's class is over. The next day we will meet at the same time. Thank you very much. Namaste.